Whoa, 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 whoa! Before I start this review of Tetsuo Body Hammer, I just want to give you guys a heads up that I drop a lot of spoilers for the first Tetsuo The Iron Man. It's probably best, like I don't want, that movie's like amazing and stuff like that, I just don't want this video to wreck your experience if you've never seen Tetsuo The Iron Man. Maybe go back and watch that and then come back to this. But anyways, hopefully you guys enjoy this review of Tetsuo Body Hammer and let the cartoons begin. Yeah. If you have seen Tetsuo the Iron Man, you would agree that this is a great journey into the creative mind that is SHINYA TSUKAMOTO. With just 6 characters and 63 minutes, this film is just mind-blowing. Let me try and break down Tetsuo the Iron Man. You have a character with a metal fetish who gets run over by a salaryman who wasn't watching the road while driving. I guess this salaryman had a good reason why his eyes weren't on the road. Whoa. The salaryman is now cursed or possessed and notices that his body is changing after the accident. A random woman gets possessed by some scrap metal that's just sitting on the ground in front of her and ends up chasing around the salaryman. The salaryman's body starts turning into scrap metal and he kills his girlfriend in the process. The character with a metal fetish shows up alive and well, and a Dragon Ball Z fight scene breaks out with a ton of awesome stop motion. Then suddenly, the metal fetish man is slowed down by a random guy with a rod that looks like the same rod that the metal fetish man inserts into his leg at the start of the film. And then, at the end of the film, the salaryman and the metal fetish man join together to cause some carnage. Phew, you could say that there's quite a lot to take in with this film, but it all gels together and makes for one of the best viewing cinematic movies that I have seen. And yes, there is a drill scene, but that's all I'm going to say about that scene. Seeing the salaryman evolve from being a human to having a metal virus take over his body is both shocking and disturbing, but it's put together so well. Becoming one with the metal virus, rejecting technology, and well, long live the new flesh. Tetsuo the Iron Man is basically a roller coaster of creativity. In 1992, SHINYA TSUKAMOTO is at it again, releasing Tetsuo Body Hammer. I did hire Tetsuo the Iron Man back in the 90s, but I never hired Body Hammer, but I do remember the cover art for the movie. Personally, I try to avoid sequels for films. Never seen it, never seen it, never seen it. Oh, you got me. I finally have Tetsuo Body Hammer in my possession thanks to the split Blu-ray combo, so let's get into the review of Tetsuo Body Hammer. Tetsuo Body Hammer starts off with our protagonist, a salaryman who is awoken abruptly from a bad dream involving his childhood. Through this vivid dream, we learn that the salaryman is adopted and doesn't have any memories before his adoption. What do you do when you have a bad dream like this? Well, you go to the mall with your family, of course, spend a bit of money, run into some skinheads. What? Things get more confusing as the family encounters 2 mean cyberpunk looking skinhead characters while at the mall. The cyberpunk looking skinheads are up to no good and end up kidnapping the couple's child. The couple is still able to save the child from the skinheads. Well, just. The salaryman's wife did most of the saving. After the encounter with the skinheads, the salaryman notices that he isn't as strong as his wife and starts working out at the gym, and this workout sparks something hidden deep inside of the salaryman. Oh my god, it's Al Bundy. I don't remember this in the film. Get out of here, Al Bundy! Oh my god. One thing that you may notice is we have 2 familiar faces. The salaryman in Body Hammer is the same salaryman in the first Tetsuo the Iron Man film. And once again we have the man himself, SHINYA TSUKAMOTO also stars in this film. It's nice to see them both together again, and this time in colour. But even though that this movie is in colour, Body Hammer has a blue look throughout the film, kinda like in Terminator 2. One thing that I have to mention about Body Hammer is the camera work is brilliant. Check out this first scene. It almost looks like it's shot on a boat, and it gives you that impression that someone is watching the couple, someone that they can't see. The camera work during the chase scenes are also done really well. They are filmed from pretty much every angle and give the viewer a really good perspective. During some of the action scenes, they look like they were filmed on a handy cam, kind of like the Blair Witch, but way more polished. The special effects done throughout Body Hammer look brilliant, and in some of the scenes the transformation looks visually impressive and gross at the same time. If you thought the transformation was crazy in the first Tetsuo The Iron Man film, the transformation in Body Hammer goes the extra mile. Personally, I really like the idea of arms being transformed into weapons. In Body Hammer, this transformation happens quite frequently. It's a cool idea, and the guns do look interesting in how they would work, but damn, that transformation will be painful and noisy at the same time. Speaking of noise, if there's one thing that I really enjoyed about Tetsuo The Iron Man, it's gotta be the soundtrack. I really enjoyed the industrial sound done by Chu Ishikawa. And once again, Chu Ishikawa brings her talent over to Body Hammer. And this time the sound throughout Body Hammer has a punkish kind of Sega Mega Drive sound to the film. Chu Ishikawa does a really good job for Body Hammer, but personally I much prefer the soundtrack for Tetsuo The Iron Man. Let's get into my favorite scene in Body Hammer, and that would have to be this bike chase scene. The salaryman's wife gets kidnapped in a car, so the salaryman pursues the kidnappers by a bicycle. All that working out is working in favor for the salaryman as he keeps up with the car, but anger gets the best of him and he starts transforming. And then the salaryman ends up running along a building, kind of like he's Spider-Man.
Okay, who's next?
A sequel for a film can go either way. They can either be a hit or a miss, and they can even have the power to marvel over the original. What, I'm kidding. Tetsuo Body Hammer falls into a league of its own. Tetsuo The Iron Man is brilliant, mind-blowing, and insane. Tetsuo Body Hammer's strength will be in the storytelling, visuals, and body transformation. The cinematography and stop motion in Body Hammer is present and impressive, same with the acting, and I have to say that there are certain things that I like a lot more in Body Hammer than the original, but both films are brilliant movies in their own ways. A bad sequel can wreck the original film, that's why I tried to avoid them, but I did enjoy Body Hammer. I thought it was a great effort and I'm happy that I did check it out. My only gripe with Tetsuo Body Hammer is I do wish it was shot in black and white. I reckon that was a missed opportunity. Do I recommend Tetsuo Body Hammer? That's a yes for me. I was so impressed by this film that I tracked down the third installment, Tetsuo The Bullet Man. I hope that this movie was good cause it was not cheap.
Please don't suck, please don't suck, please don't suck.
Okay, I gotta check this movie out. Later dudes.
Come to the bed.